Stenhouse right now in the 11th position. Now remember, this is a car that has had a disastrous season so far. I mean, they have had problems galore, and you can see his track tonight. His low was 36th. He is in 11th, Shannon Spake.
And this is the first start here in Phoenix for Ricky Stenhouse. Like you said, this team really needs a good run to get back in the top 30 in points. 4 out of 5 races have been 30th or worse this season. So this is a very strong run for the 6th car right now out there on the track.
Yeah, his best finish this year was 25th back at Bristol, and they're 36th in owner points coming into the day. They had to qualify on speed, and of course they were able to do it, but this is a great run for him.
Yeah, he's doing a good job too. If you look at the car, doesn't have a lot of marks on it anywhere. He's kept his nose clean, and it's been a tough race for a lot of cars, so just staying out of trouble tonight's been hard.
It's got a lot of dead bugs on the front there, just like everybody else, and they show up on that white, that's for sure. Now, just behind is Clint Boyer. Now, remember, he was involved in that crash, and somehow he has managed to stay on the lead lap. He's running in 13th position. Look at this thing. I mean, it is beat up, and he has done a heck of a job. Got a lap down and got it back.
He drove all the way up. I mean, he was completely underneath the one-car James Busher on that stack-up that they had with that caution at the start-finish line.
But closing right behind him is Kyle Busch. Kyle in 14th position now. These guys are 20 seconds behind the race leader, and we're down to 23 laps to go.
Boy, Clint Boyer's car got in that crash, but he kind of crashed the car in a good way. It's got the left front corner knocked down, got the left front fender pulled out. That gentleman makes him handle a little bit better.
Yeah, well, if they'd let you, that's kind of the way you'd build it.
Yeah, that's right.
Kyle gets around him if they'd let you. Kyle gets around him for the spot, so he's now up to 13th, but still 20 seconds behind the race leader. Nothing has changed up front, although Joey Logano, we can tell you, has closed the gap from 1.3 down to about 0.3 of a second. Take that gander at this as he is right on the back bumper now. All of a sudden, as you said, his car, the longer the run, that 20 car is coming to him.
Yeah, I don't think it's even going to be a fight right here. Logano's car's 2 or 3 tenths quicker at this point. You see, Brad Keselowski just lets him go.
So what was a 1.3 second lead just a few laps ago, all of a sudden we have our 3rd different leader and our 5th lead change as Joey Logano takes over the top spot. He gets underneath the lap traffic of Kenny Wallace.
I think Keselowski did a good job of picking his battles. That one right there, he wasn't going to win.
No, you're exactly right. Wasn't going to get that one. And, you know, you take a look at Logano. I mean, he just didn't get Brad Keselowski stuck in traffic or nothing. I mean, he just drove up, caught him, and passed him.
So Joey could break the string. He is not qualified in the top 4. Remember, we told you that, you know, 13 of 16 races have been won by the top 4 starting positions. And for Logano, I mean, he started in the 6th spot. And right now, with 19 laps to go, he's starting to pull away. Moving a little bit further back, the best battle on the track is between Brendan Gaughan and Kelly Byers for 9th and 10th position. And we're trying to pick them up on the racetrack. Here they come. Great work, guys. As Brendan has got the spot, and Byers is trying to close in on him, Dave.
And Marty, when Brendan Gaughan and crew chief Brad Parrott look back to this weekend, they'll look at the beginning of practice where they practiced better than they ever had so far this year. Brad told me this morning, we've come to the track loose every time, and we get ourselves all spun out trying to do a late in-race setup instead of really setting the practice setup early. You know, just setting something that's comfortable and gets us in the top 10. They practiced very well. They only had to make minor adjustments instead of taking big swings at it, and that's what they've stayed all night. Practice in the top 10, tweak the car in the top 10, and race in the top 10 if they can keep Byers behind him.
And Brendan told me, he says, we've got a top 10 car tonight. He says, I've got to bring it home. We've got the potential. And right now, he's got his hands full. He's 9th, but Kelly Byers all over him. Let's check in again for Joey Logano. He's now got a 1.5 second lead over Brad Keselowski. Now, there's the margin right there. And let's listen to the radio as Brad's going underneath Brian Scott.
Nobody else coming. Therefore, I just need a yellow. I'll win this race if I get a yellow.
So he knows he's got something left, but he needs a yellow, and so far we haven't seen it. Although remember that we have had 7 green, white checker finishes at this track, including 4 of the last 5. Jamie, you've got more on the race leader?
Well, I have just a little interesting tidbit on this race car that Joey Logano is racing tonight. Not only does it hold the track record for fastest qualifier from last fall with Denny Hamlin, this was the car that Denny Hamlin got into a wreck with Brad Keselowski with. He was out of the race. If you remember back, that was a big controversial race. Now the 20 car is coming back with a vengeance, and like I said, this car gets nothing but better as the laps go on. Joey has not said a word for 30 laps, guys.
And his margin is now 2.8 seconds, and the best battle is again on the left side of your screen as Kelly Byers is trying to take away 9th place from Brendan Gaughan, and he does it. So move Brendan back to 10th. And on the right side of your screen, you got lap traffic for Joey Logano as he's trying to go around Johnny Sauter. And Sauter, the last car on the lead lap, that is for Sauter now 16th. And we have 15 cars on the lead lap. And again, these two going after each other.
Yeah, kind of swap spots there. Brendan's not giving up.
And I'm not liking these two going side by side down in the corner because generally something happens. I mean, you know how aerodynamically, loose these cars get when you get on the bottom. Caution.
And Brad Keselowski has just gotten what he wanted. Debris caution in turn number 1.
Be careful what you wish for. This 18 car just got the caution he was looking for, too. He's fast.
And there are only 15 cars on the lead lap. There is the debris out on the track.
I tell you, these guys all wanted that. Kevin Harvick's car was fast that last couple laps.
Joey Logano didn't want this.
No,
he's the one guy that didn't.
Let's retrace this for Logano. California, he led 130 laps, finished 5th. Led 21 at Bristol, finished 14th. Led 122 at Nashville, finished 8th. And here he is again leading, and we are with now 11 laps to go next time by.
Well, crew chief, I got a feeling right now it's going to come down to this pit stop. Who has the fastest pit stop? Because this track position right now is important. And I'm not going to say it's over, man, but they generally wreck a lot with like 10 laps to go, Marty, and I really think that's going to happen again.
Well, there's going to be some gamblers that are going to take 2 tires. Maybe try to steal a little track position.
I don't know, man. You make the call. I wouldn't make a change if we pit. We stuck on the freaking short run, too.
You heard him say they are not good on the short run. All right. 23 is going to get the free pass for Johnny Sauter. That'll give us 16 cars on the lead lap. Joey is coming. So is the 22. And Jamie, you're up first again.
I'll tell you what, these two teams, the 22 couldn't be more happy with the caution, and the 20 could not be more unhappy with it. Now the 22 said, you know what I like, guys? Snug me up a bit. They want to make this car faster. Now the 20 car, Joey Logano said, I have been horrible on the short runs. This is going to kill us. Air pressure adjustment, fuel and right sides only, guys. Dave.
3rd place, Harvick will pit. 4 tires, no fuel for Kevin. No changes to the car. There will be 4 tires for the 60 car of Carl Edwards as well. He said to Drew Blickensderfer, have a plan ready in case a caution comes out. He said, I've got one. They will put on 4 tires on Carl's car as well. And they're leaving pit road in a jumble and big trouble for Allgaier.
Yeah, at the exit to pit road, Justin Allgaier gets turned around.
And he's got a lot of damage to the left side also.
So a tough break for Allgaier as his string of top 10 finishes might. Oh, and he's got a flat left front. He was 5th place before this all happened.
Pit road damage. It's a tight pit road also. When you come down this front pit road, and it's a hairpin turn actually. It's not a straight pit road like most. And there's a lot of problems down there.
All right, let's go on board and see what happened.
232 car right around the corner here.
Right around the corner.
We just got taken out by the 88 coming out of the pit box.
So Kelly Byers gets into him, and Byers gets damage in this deal too. So a tough break for both of them.
These two cars just clobbered each other. I mean, right front of Kelly Byers just tore a big time. 12 car tore a big time. That doesn't look as bad right there. I think that
left front fender, get that left front fender.
Now several cars stayed out, so that will give us a few. That'll get the wave around. We'll give you an update as soon as we know exactly how many that is. Looking at Kyle Busch, the word is that he almost had some problems on pit road as well.
Oh, man, it was just chaos down there for a while. You see right there, Logano gets into him, kind of punches him past. Now Kyle stages too deep in his pit stall, has to back up before they start work.
Thumbs up from the NASCAR official.